Hello, we have a temperature of about maybe 6 Celsius, maybe 38 Fahrenheit. We got beans and squash today for the chickens. And today is pretty foggy. Let me see if you can see all that. Fog, 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 fog. Fog all around. As you know, you can normally see the neighbors over there through the field. But we got fog. Fog, fog, fog. Lots of schools are closed, or local schools closed, and a lot of the other local schools are closed because of the fog. And there's Henrietta and Molly, and there's Dolly coming out now. For you newbies, Molly's the mother, Dolly and... No, I'm sorry. Henrietta's the mother. Molly and Dolly are the children of her. The father died a couple weeks ago. Flash. He was a Duclay rooster. I did say, I don't know if I said, Northern Homestead, I think, is our latest subscriber. So everybody go subscribe to their channel. I appreciate it. Oh, question of the day. Do you, for all you people who have chickens, quails, whatever, do you sell your eggs, and how much are you selling them for? Did your price go up since the price of the grocery store eggs are going up? Or are you keeping your prices the same? Capitalism is a supply and demand thing. Prices are based on supply and demand, and of course other things. But if there's more of a demand, the producers can, or manufacturers can, raise the price, understandably. Do you do that? Do you raise your prices? Maybe you didn't raise them this time, but have you raised them in the past because of supply and demand? Now, for backyard chickeners, if you use, for people who are not backyard chickeners, the feed for chickens is very expensive. If you're using the feed from the feed mill to raise your chickens, you cannot get your money back for selling them eggs. I was never a feed-only person. I rarely ever used feed just because it was so expensive. But when I used to sell eggs, I gotta get these over here and put these away. When I used to sell eggs, I would just use bread, food scraps, eggshells, for my own. I'd go over to the local grocery and they'd give me the throwaway fruits and vegetables and the produce, the throwaway produce. And I used to go to the local bread store in Adrian and get, they'd sell you a basket of day-old bread for $1 or $3, and I used to do that. They really liked the bread. And of course, because they can range, they also got the stuff, the worms and stuff outside, on the ground, that they'd naturally get if they were in the wild. They were eating there. Mila, no, Henrietta. I saw I think it was Mila, or maybe it was CJS Chick. I'm pretty sure it was Mila. Asked me, has Henrietta started laying eggs? She has not laid eggs yet since she's given birth. Now, I don't know if it's because the colder weather, or if it's just she's not back into cycle, for biological cycle. I don't know. Every year when it gets colder, my chickens lay less eggs. Some don't lay at all. Now, people have told me, oh, it's because shortened daylight. I've tried in the past putting a light on them, a light on a timer. Sometimes a light all night, like when they were in here, and they're just the whole shed was theirs, I'd leave the light on 24/7. And the chickens did not lay any more eggs. I didn't get the egg production that they claimed I would get from having a light on them. I got nothing, no increase. And I think I used to have a light on in that little coop, but it was more of a heat light, but it was still light. And I even used CFL lights. I think I might have put lights in the regular lights, but again, no difference. So personally, I think that's all old husband's tale stuff. I think the real reason is just their body conserves energy, so it doesn't make eggs in the winter. I don't know. I think it has more to do with the cold than the daylight. Trying to mimic the daylight hours did nothing for my chicken to improve egg production. But again, I can't say it's because of the cold weather. Her body just might not be back in the cycle after having these chicks. But they were October 1st, and it's now February 3rd now. And so it's been a while, and she's still not laying. I don't think she's laid a single egg since I'm thinking she might have laid one weeks ago. Now, she might be laying eggs around here, but she only laid eggs in the shed when she wanted to start her clutch. Her regular eggs, look at them going at it. I might eventually get rid of the chicks. She might like living alone. Well, maybe her and the rooster. I don't know. But also another question. I don't know if I asked her this. My shoes, I have to now. These are like 2 or 3 years old. And they were supposed to be waterproof, but as you can see, they're not the waders. They're supposed to be like winter boots. So you see, you got the rubber with I don't know, whatever fabric that is. Well, for a year or two, no leaks. This year, leaks. I think I started getting leaks over the fall. And I was wondering if any of y'all have had success with any of these waterproof boots that aren't waders that will last a lot longer than 2 years, because they are expensive, as you know, and I've never had any luck with any of these. The waders, I've had good luck with waders. As a matter of fact, I bought a pair of Dunlops for $5. This was many years ago. They were the yellow ones. They come up almost to the ankle. I think they were men's. And they were just waders. They weren't winter boots. They didn't have the fuzz on the inside. But they were completely rubber, 100%, the rubber. There was no fabric on them. Them lasted maybe 5 years, and that was used. They were used. And I would just double up on socks because they were probably men's size. I could double up on the socks and still have plenty of room to, slip them on and slip them off. Because they were slip-on, slip-offs. They weren't zippers. That was another thing I think that helps. Whenever you have the seams, I think that's when you might start getting problems sooner. But they did eventually spring a leak after years, and I've tried before, I tried after, to try and find a pair of winter boots that would last longer than a couple years before springing a leak. I don't want to be walking around in wet socks. And they all just haven't found one. Partner, he says, oh, try these. Well, come to find out, he's getting his paid by work, and every couple years he is they give him money for a new pair. So he doesn't get more than a year or two out of them before he buys new ones. So they may have lasted well for him for that time that he wore them, but the time he wears them is so short that he doesn't, you know, here I am paying, you know, $120 for a pair of supposedly waterproof winter boots that are high quality, and I can't get but 2 years out of them, you know. So if you know of a pair of winter boots that will actually last for years before leaking, I'd appreciate it, because we got this snow here. And of course it melts and we got little puddles and divots and stuff where the water collects, so we'll have to walk through them. And I need a waterproof boot for that. I would like the winter boot for the fuzz and the warmth that it gives. But I think the next pair I buy, I might just buy Dunlop waders and see if I can get them on sale, maybe from Poshmark. See how them work. So anyways, I don't think I'm going to give them any. I have this squash in the freezer, and I thawed it out. Oh, accidentally knocked off the beans. And can't have too much of that squash because it upsets my tum-tum. My tummy's not as young as it used to be. So I decided to give it to the critters. Oh, there she goes. She's eating it. Oh, it's already 11 minutes. Well, I will talk to you later. It was nice seeing y'all again. I still have to do my feral women video. I never got around to it. Okay, bye.